Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of this here Bachelor Nation News. Good to see all you guys out there. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram at DNeals for stand-up show updates. I've got some shows coming up in Los Angeles. I believe next Wednesday I've got 2 shows, so can't miss those. We'll be wrapping up the 2021 season here. But can you believe this story? Now, listen, we've talked a lot about Tayshia's breakup, Katie's 25 years of mess, and all these different other stories. But we have Clayton Eckhart releasing a preview for the next season of The Bachelor. Does this preview, which we're about to share with you guys, save the franchise? Is this because with Colton Underwood, we had him jumping over the fence and everyone goes, I gotta watch that. We didn't really get that with Michelle's season. We had the binder full of things that was done in episode 1. We had early drama. We really need the show to have late season drama. Got my rose here. We need late season drama for it to drive people wanting to see the whole payoff. And it looks like Clayton gets intimate with 2 or maybe 3 of the final ladies and tells 3 of them that he loves them, or at least 2 of them. So clearly there'll be a kerfuffle, if you will, and we are here for it. I'm going to play a part of the trailer, not the whole thing, and we'll get into it. But of course, first, don't forget, my Vlogmas is in full effect. That is Christmas-themed videos every single day. If you watch these, Scouts Honor, you're going to enjoy them. Scouts Honor. Get over there and watch them right now. My last one, we share the moment that we realized we hit the $10,000 goal for Toys for Tots. Thank you guys so much for that. And then I've got the Hanging with Hannah Brown. She shouts out you guys. A direct message from her to you guys from the green room of the comedy club that we were at the other night. And all this other content, tons of good stuff. So please get over there and check it out. It's at Dave Neal Vlogs. There's a link in the description, and you can watch the videos right as this ends. Go support that. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to play a portion of the trailer here. Not all of it, just a portion where Clayton says he's getting intimate with these ladies, which will soon become, I'm assuming, disgruntled females.
I didn't believe it could happen, but I'm in love with 3 women. I couldn't be more sure that I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling in love with you. I am in love with you. I want to be fully transparent, and I know it's not easy here. I was intimate with both of you.
He's in love with all 3 of us.
I'm so broken.
That's it, folks. What do you think? What do you think of that? Now, people say, well, this spoils the show, and all I have to say is this. We didn't see words coming out of anyone's mouth. You could have had a blonde lady walking down and they use a different set of audio. We have no idea. As previous contestants have said, sometimes they'll use audio from different seasons. They'll find some audio of, Lace crying in 2017 or whenever the hell Lace was around. Remember her? And then they'll throw that in there. They don't care. They got the editors. They're doing this. They're zigzagging. They're editing more than my vlog videos. But this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. You have Clayton saying, guys, I just want to be fully transparent. And then you have the sound guy, right? He's holding the boom microphone and he's going... He's going, you don't want to do that, bro. He's holding the boom microphone. Don't be transparent. No, it never works out. Listen. Some just words of advice. Ladies, let me know what you think. You never want to be fully transparent. You want to be transparent like a dirty windshield. You want to be as transparent as possible, but there's parts to your soul you want to keep yourself. I'm not saying you're cheating or doing all these things, but you gotta protect a little bit of your transparency. You don't want to be fully So I appreciate Clayton. This is probably why they cast him as the Bachelor, right? They were like, all right, we have Rick, we have Olu, and we have Clayton. Rick, would you be fully transparent? Well, I'll be mostly transparent. Olu, would you be fully transparent? And Olu's like, I have a high IQ, which means I'm not going to be transparent at all. Why would I want to be transparent? You're going to use it against me. Okay, good to know. Hey, Clayton, would you be fully transparent? If I'm not from Illinois, then I'm for sure I'll be fully transparent. That's the one we want. We want full transparency. It's going to drive the ratings. It's going to force you to fall in love with multiple people, and they're going to walk away angry, clucking with their little high heels. Did you hear that? It sounded like a horse was running by. All right, Bitsurette says, why does every single Bachelor fall in love with 6 women but end up with 0 of them? Well, because men like a buffet, but you never go to a buffet and end up just eating one thing, right? You're like, I want it all, and how does it end? Diarrhea. That's how it ends, folks. And Clayton's going to be pooping out some drama, if you will. Bachelorette also says, why would he announce he was intimate with all of them at a rose ceremony? Well, I'm guessing he announces it because the show asked him to. And I'm not saying Clayton Eckerwood. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Bachelor here, we have breaking news. The next Bachelor is set to be Clayton Eckerwood. Anyway, listen. It's got to be incredibly difficult to do what he's doing here. So I'm going to share with you a Final 3 spoiler. Final 3 spoiler. Now listen, if you were watching that trailer, it appears they give away the Final 3. I'm going to share it with you guys now from Reality Steve. We don't know who wins this. It's almost good that we have a little bit. It's like a narrative of a movie when they show the final scene, and then you see that there's this epic battle happening, and then it's like 12 weeks previous, and then it goes back to the start. So they're showing us the Final 3. They're saying, this is where we get to. Let's see where we get there. Maybe that's because it was pretty obvious that there was these main contenders. So they're going to show us the Final 3. We don't know how the heck they get there, and we don't know how the heck it ends. I'm going to share that with you right now. So this would be considered a spoiler alert, folks. So you guys know that we do a spoiler alert here. Let's see if I can find my spoiler button. I used to have a spoiler button. Oh, it's gone. Who cares? All right. So let's get right into it. You ready for this? From Reality Steve, I mentioned this briefly yesterday, but I can't mention it enough over the next 3 months. The fact that we all know the Final 3 on Clayton's season are Gabby, Susie, and Rachel now, but the spoiler of who won isn't out there yet. Will make dissecting anything those 3 women do on social media damn near impossible. Outside of pulling a Caitlyn and a Ari Becca situation there, where they literally gave away they were the final one in social media posts, the show is going to every length to make sure neither woman screws it up. Granted, that doesn't mean I'm never going to find out the winner, because I always do eventually through means that have nothing to do with social media, but I'm telling you, production is in full crackdown mode. He's like the Liam Neeson of the show. I will find means necessary. No, I will not stop until I figure it out. Not only will they be eagle-eyed on everything those 3 women do, it is not far-fetched that they will float false rumors out there to throw people off the scent. They've done it before, and they'll do it again, so all I'm saying is be careful of anything you hear regarding Clayton's season from a source. Hell, even when I eventually post a winner, it will absolutely be doubted. That's the nature of the beast. So we don't know who wins. This is exciting, folks. We don't know who wins. Now, if we do find out who wins, I will share that information in a highly secured spoiler announcement. You will not see me willy-nilly sharing this without multiple spoilers. But we don't know who wins, and I think this is fantastic, and I think the show really needs this. We knew who was going to win Michelle's season before it started, and then when we watched it, it was so obvious. It really does make it harder to watch. Whereas now, we don't know, and that's where it stands right now. Reality Steve doesn't know, but he always does find out. Here's what you have. People on the set. Neal Lane's assistant. You're going to have sound guys, audio engineers. It's almost like the show needs to air multiple different proposals. That way, any onlooker, any person with a drone, any peeping Tom, any weird hobo under a tree, anyone who could possibly know the outcome, there should be multiple versions of all outcomes. This is like, I used to remember X-Files, my favorite show, X-Files. Do you guys remember X-Files? What a great show. The truth is out there, folks. X-Files used to print its, I remember they printed like their finale episode on red copy paper, because you couldn't photocopy red ink. I don't know, whatever it was. Either way, fascinating. We don't know. Let's see what else we have from Reality Steve here. That's the nature of the beast, but know that I'm going to do as diligent of work as I can behind the scenes to weed out false information. If you could pick any contestant to become the next Bachelor and Bachelorette, who would you pick and why? I'm 99% certain the next Bachelorette is going to come from Clayton's women. That shouldn't surprise anyone, but I don't know them well enough to know who I'd like to see. Plus, I don't know who's unavailable due to, being engaged and all. So yeah, we don't know who it could possibly be. A lot of people wanted Natasha, but would Natasha, Natasha was the it girl from obviously the Great Unfollowing, from Brendan and Piper and all that from Bachelor in Paradise. Natasha went from 80,000 followers to 500,000 almost, and everyone's like, justice for Natasha. But we have such a short attention span, we're like, squirrel, new person, new drama. That will Natasha be able to hold weight compared to whatever scorned situation might happen from this? Do I know for sure Clayton's engaged? No, but the guy said he found love, and his guys Monday night all said he wants to be married with kids. So if the guy found love on a show that basically forces you to get engaged, it'd be hard to believe he doesn't get engaged at the end of this thing. Again, that shouldn't be any sort of breaking news. Well, we know Matt James is the only one in of late in a happy relationship from the show, and he didn't get engaged, so there might be some truth to letting it fly that way. People ask the hypothetical, would you participate in fantasy suites? Leave a comment, let me know. Would you participate in fantasy suites? Someone said, I would either not participate or only sleep with one person at most. I think it's highly unlikely I'd be equally interested in 3 people, and while it's not technically wrong, I do think it sets the F1 relationship up for failure when you sleep with all the contestants. It's one of those things, it's like, do whatever you want with your body, but also, the other person can, like, if Caitlin Bristow wants to bump Harrison's with multiple guys, she's allowed to. Embrace it. Go for it. If that's what you need to decide who the guy is. But clearly, Sean had his own insecurities with that, and you can't blame somebody. And eventually, their relationship couldn't work out. Maybe that was one of the reasons. But that's just the world we live in now. It almost feels like years ago, maybe before social media was so hot, the fantasy suites would happen, and it was kind of like a don't ask, don't tell. But now it's pretty sure, like, everyone knows Matt James didn't sleep with anyone in the fantasy suites. He was saying, look, he probably knew he wasn't going to get engaged after, but he didn't want to ruin things with the one by pursuing something with the other, because there's nothing worse than bumping Harrison's with somebody, slinging your spade, bumping your John on top of your billabong or whatever. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse than dismissing somebody right after that, because that's just. But that's what happens. Of course, you could pilot your Pete 3 times in a windmill and then send somebody else home. Like, you could absolutely do that. It ain't great, but it's out there. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Did the preview of this season inspire new life into the show for you guys? Listen, I'm not hired by the show. We can hate watch the show, love watch the show. I watched that trailer without much bias to be like, oh, this guy's going to be the worst. I watched that trailer and I go, dang, there looks like there's going to be some drama ahead. Let me know what you guys think. And also, don't forget, you can click right here to watch one of my vlogs for Christmas. Do me a favor. If you enjoy my content, take a risk on the vlogs. Go check them out. I think you're going to like them. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye, everybody.